What's up everyone, Big Dan here, and in this video, we're going to explore 10 secret choices you probably didn't know you could make in Oblivion Remastered. There will be spoilers for a number of side quests and some of the early main story, so be mindful of that if this is your first playthrough. Without further ado, let's buckle up, grab some iced coffee, and dive into the video. Number 1. Fail to save the town of Ailswell from their invisibility curse. During the quest, Zero Visibility, we discover a town full of invisible NPCs stuck in a state of perpetually being unseen. The culprit is a nearby mage named Ankatar, whose experiments in creating a powerful invisibility spell ended up having an AoE effect instead of single target. After confronting the mage, he will agree to give us a reverse invisibility scroll and instruct us to cast it in the center of town to help out the townsfolk. But if we decide to use the scroll outside of Ailswell instead, we'll be greeted with the following quest update. I cast the reverse invisibility spell Ankatar gave me, but I wasn't in Ailswell when I did it, so I need to ask Ankatar for another one. Ankatar will be especially angry with us if we use the spell in his vicinity, but he will reluctantly agree to give us another scroll.
Look what you've done! Spoiled my invisibility! This is my reward for trying to help the wretched villagers? What do you mean, you need another one? I believe the instructions were very clear. Stand in the middle of Ailswell and read the scroll. Hard to believe that anyone could find that too complicated. Lucky for you, I made a backup scroll. Here, but I don't want to see you again.
Surely we wouldn't make the same mistake twice, would we? Hey Ankatar, third time's the charm, eh, buddy boy? Can I get another scroll?
You wasted it again, didn't you? It is truly pathetic that the fools in Ailswell actually trusted you to save them. Now, get out of my sight before I make you sorry you meddled in my affairs. What is it now? I take no responsibility for your stupidity.
In this case, we'll have to bear the bad news to the townsfolk that their invisibility situation will continue.
What? Ankatar gave you 2 scrolls and you wasted them both? We trusted you to help and you betrayed us. It would be best if you left this town and never came back.
I don't like you and don't want to talk to you. Stop talking. Enough. It's almost worth staying invisible forever, just to see how much it annoys Dirham. But that doesn't make me like you any better.
I told you not to come back here, and I meant it.
It's such a funny way to fail this quest, and I'm happy that the devs actually included dialogue and quest journal updates for players who are either stupid enough or malicious enough to waste these scrolls. Number 2. Incite the Surilie brothers to a bit of mob justice. During the quest Paranoia, we'll be recruited by a shifty wood elf in Skingrad to investigate some of his neighbors. He believes the selected individuals are part of a conspiracy against him. As we report back to Glarthir throughout the quest, if we tell him that any of the characters are spying on him, he will ask us to place a hit on these people. At this point, we have a variety of options. We can refuse Glarthir's offer, at which point he will attack the accused characters himself, or we can report him to the town guard, who will strike him down in the street. But there is a little-known third option at our disposal. After receiving the list of death, we can tip off Bernadette, Tudius, or David about Glarthir's plan. Tudius and Bernadette will ask you to report Glarthir to the guard, but if you bring this note to David or his brother Gaston, they will have an entirely different response.
Our neighbor, a bit eccentric. Why, is there something I should know? So he has finally snapped. I knew we should have warned the guards back when I noticed him trying to break into my house. This has gone far enough. It's past time I dealt with this madman once and for all.
Charging off into the streets, the Surilie brothers will hunt down Glarthir like a dog and put him down with the help of the town guard. But the most hilarious part about this is their dialogue afterwards.
He turned up dead. I guess someone finally got tired of his crazy behavior.
Yeah, wow. Who killed that guy? He probably deserved it, though. Anyhow, be seeing you. It doesn't surprise me considering Gaston looks like he got his outfit from the Dark Brotherhood. But I'll definitely be buying their wine instead of Tamika's from now on. The Surilie bros are straight gangsta. Number 3, kill Ulrich Leland before Aldos gets slaughtered. During the quest, Corruption and Conscience, we'll have to help the citizens of Cheydinhal bring down a corrupt guard named Ulrich Leland. Ulrich has been levying heavy fines against the people to the point of driving some citizens like Aldos Othran into the streets. But there is actually a hidden way to save Aldos's life. Sort of. If we decide to take matters into our own hands with a bit of mob justice, before Aldos gets ganked by the town guard, the quest will update. I've slain Ulrich Leland. At my first opportunity, I should speak with Garrus Durelian, his second in command. Speaking to Garrus, he will be incredibly angry with our reckless application of street justice.
Although your intentions were good, your actions were despicable. Murder is the lowest form of revenge, and a road I would never dare to tread.
Curiously, he still has dialogue acknowledging Aldos's death, even though he was never killed.
Aldos will be mourned. I won't sit by and watch the innocent being driven to the brink like that. Something must be done, but without bloodshed.
Here's where things get really strange. In OG Oblivion, if you made this choice, Aldos would continue to live on the streets of Cheydinhal. But in the remaster, he completely disappeared from the game world after I took out Ulrich Leland. The guard posted outside his house is no longer there, but Aldos was nowhere to be found either. Despite the journal entries, it seems the developers didn't fully account for this outcome if the player decided to kill Ulrich before Aldos's scripted death. But since we never actually saw him die, I like to believe he returned back to his home country of Vardenfell, watching the cliff racers dance in the skies.
Flying, flying in the sky. Cliff racer fly so high, flying.
Number 4, go to Kvatch before we learn Martin's true identity. After watching the mythic Dawn smoke Emperor Uriel's septum, we embark on a journey to find the last living heir to the Septim dynasty. Uriel asked us to visit Joffrey at Wayne Priory, as he is one of the few people who know of the Emperor's bastard son Martin. Joffrey will tell us to find Martin's septum in Kvatch, which has since been overrun by a Daedric horde. But what happens if we go to Kvatch before visiting Joffrey? In this case, the town is still under attack, but we'll get some different dialogue when first speaking with Martin.
Have you brought help? We've been trapped here since the Daedra overran the city. They are stable portals between our world and Oblivion. They violate the most basic principles of Daedric magic. They should be impossible. Something fundamental must have changed to make them possible. Thanks for the rescue. I didn't think we would make it out of the chapel alive. Perhaps Akatosh guided you to us.
We can also get some unique dialogue with individuals in the Kvatch chapel if we run into the city before closing the Great Gate outside.
How did you get in here? What are you doing here? I don't know how you got in here, but you're not saving anyone. No one leaves this chapel until the captain gives the all clear. I have my orders. Kvatch. You've seen it. Kvatch doesn't exist anymore.
What's it like out there? We were beginning to fear we were the only survivors. It all happened so fast. It was all we could do to round up the survivors and try to get them to safety. We failed them miserably.
If we already know about Martin's lineage at this point, he will refuse to come with us until we close the Oblivion Gate.
What does this mean? What do you want from me? No. I'm sorry, but even if what you say is true, I won't abandon these people to their fate. I'll go with you when we can all leave here together.
After closing shut the jaws of Oblivion, Savli and Mathieu will have the remaining civilians escorted to the camp outside Kvatch, including Martin. If we went to Kvatch before speaking with Joffrey, he will have some unique dialogue about the attack whenever we bring him the Amulet of Kings.
His name is Martin. He is a priest in the chapel of Akatosh in Kvatch. Yes, Kvatch. I cannot believe that the attack on Kvatch is a coincidence. The enemy seem to know all our secrets. You must return to Kvatch at once and rescue Martin if he lives. There is no time to lose.
Number 5, what if we show Mathieu Bellamont his mother's head? During the course of the Dark Brotherhood questline, we will have to root out a traitor who is targeting other members of the group. After being tricked into eliminating several Black Hand members ourselves, Lucien Lachance will ask us to root out the traitor. This will lead us to the betrayer's house, where we can find his mother's severed head sitting on some kind of twisted altar. If we bring the head with us to the meeting of the Black Hand, then we'll actually get some unique dialogue with the betrayer.
What? What is that? Is that a head? No, it can't be. Sorry, Speaker. I'm distracted.
Shout out to Dark Lore Dash for this one. He makes some great videos on Oblivion, and I actually never knew about this detail until he posted about it recently, so be sure to check out his channel. Number 6, kill Lucien Lachance. After sinking our blade into the flesh of an innocent soul for the first time, we'll be visited by a shady character in a dark cloak.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer.
This is Lucien Lachance, and he will offer us a proposal. Carry out the killing of a bald dude named Rufio, and join an unholy order of assassins. This kicks off the Dark Brotherhood questline. But during this initial conversation, if we decide to kill Lucien instead, we will permanently cut ourselves off from the Dark Brotherhood questline. Lucien Lachance, the Dark Brotherhood representative, has been killed. He was my link to the mysterious Assassins Guild, and now that link has been severed forever. I definitely don't recommend this choice, as the Dark Brotherhood questline is absolutely goated, but it is one of the choices we can make in this game nonetheless. Number 7, get permanently kicked out of the Dark Brotherhood. Slaughtering Lucien Lachance is not the only way to botch our journey with the Dark Brotherhood. Like many of the guilds in Cyrodiil, the Brotherhood has a set of rules for its members that govern your conduct. Should you violate these rules, you risk expulsion from the organization. Examples include stealing from, assaulting, or killing other members of the guild. If you decide to make these moves, you'll be kicked out of the Brotherhood and offered a way to regain favor with Sithis. This involves killing a spectral wraith that appears whenever you sleep in a bed. Doing this will allow you to get back into the fold. But what happens if you screw up again? In this case, you'll be offered another chance through the same method. But if you trespass in the halls of the Brotherhood in the meantime, your former brothers and sisters will ask you to leave the sanctuary.
You have broken a tenet and have been exiled from the Dark Brotherhood. You must defeat the Wrath of Sithis to regain any status you once had.
If you violate these tenets one last time, you will be permanently expelled from the Dark Brotherhood. I accomplished this by trying to snatch Ochiva's copy of the Lusty Argonian Maid. Damn, homegirl, I was just borrowing it. I was gonna give it back. You will still have to kill the Wraith after your 3rd violation, but you can never rejoin the Dark Brotherhood at this point. Returning to the Sanctuary will cause the rest of the Brotherhood to attack you on sight. If you manage to get one of them to chill out long enough with a calm spell, you will hear this dialogue.
You are a breaker of tenets, and have been eternally exiled from the Dark Brotherhood. Begone from here and never return.
It is also possible to get permanently banned from the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and Thieves Guild for similar offenses, so be sure not to cross your homies in Oblivion. Number 8, try to save Arnora from Tyrelius. During the quest, Two Sides of the Same Coin, we'll try to locate a stash of gold squirreled away after a lover's quarrel between Arnora and Gerunder. The quest will end by either us killing Arnora and getting the loot location from Gerunder, or tricking him into thinking Arnora is dead to gain the same info. In the latter case, a corrupt guard named Tyrelius will confront us outside the city, informing us he killed Arnora and plans to kill us as well to take the loot for himself. But funnily enough, Arnora isn't actually dead at the moment Tyrelius confronts us. She only dies in the game world at the exact moment that we kill Tyrelius. So what happens if we lead Tyrelius to Arnora's house after he confronts us? In this case, we can amusingly watch Arnora teleport from alive to dead across the length of her house the instant we gank Tyrelius. It doesn't actually change the outcome of this quest, as there is no way to save Arnora, but it is pretty damn funny though. Number 9, reanimate the Odill brothers. During the quest, The Killing Field, we agreed to help a man named Valus Odill, whose sons are trying to save their farm from incessant goblin raids. In my video, The 10 Most Cursed Decisions in Oblivion Remastered, I explored what happens if we fail to save the Odill brothers during the defense of their family farm. I'll link that video in the description and pinned comment if you want to check it out. But there is a way to circumvent this ending and still get the quest rewards in the event that the Odill brothers perished, with the help of a bit of necromancy. If we possess the Staff of Worms, which we gain at the end of the Mages Guild questline, we can use it to reanimate the brothers and then report back to Valis about the success of our operation.
My boys are safe. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for sticking with them and helping a foolish old man. Please, take this. I won't be needing it any longer. My battles are over. I plan to live out my days on the farm in peace and quiet.
In this case, we'll still get the rewards, even though the Odill brothers aren't really technically alive anymore. Damn, bro, I knew Traven was in the wrong when he banned necromancy. It's actually pretty based. Number 10, fail a rat problem. One of the first quests we explore in the Fighters Guild is an old fantasy trope turned on its head. Rather than killing a bunch of rats as an upstart adventurer, we're tasked with saving a crazy woman's pet rats who have been getting ganked by an unknown beast. Typically, this quest will involve us staking out the location, waiting until the mountain lion shows up, and then killing it to save the cute little rodents. But what happens if we just let the mountain lion put in work instead? In this case, the quest giver will be absolutely furious with us.
My rats are all dead. It's too late to do any more. I won't be needing your services any longer.
But hilariously, the Fighters Guild doesn't really care and offers us another job anyway.
Looking for more work, eh? Good. I've got a contract for you. I'd like you to go talk to Norbert Lels here in Anvil. I'm hoping you'll do better with this one than your last one. That really wasn't good.
So there you have it. We've explored 10 secret choices that you probably didn't know you could make in Oblivion Remastered. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Oblivion and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.